and all eyes are on Jared Goff. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Lions and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Lions team. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Ford Field. Now James returning. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're brought out by a former #1 overall pick coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. A quick throw there out to Williams. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. To throw is Goff. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Play action. It's gone. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass down the field for Gibbs. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
I think what we're seeing from him means the future has arrived, because I think most teams are looking for that hybrid running back. The guy who can run it, of course, but who can catch it as well. And those catching skills, exactly why they chose him early in the draft.
And it's one thing to have a catch for 5-10 yards. It's another to be able to break off a long play like that.
Yeah, we saw it in college, his ability to spread out, catch the football. He's brought it to the NFL as well.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep. And meanwhile, Allen's throw pulled in here by Powell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Here's 3rd and 3. To throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. James now to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Another run for Gibbs here. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From the red zone now, Goff. Got his man, it's Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Goff. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown. Shane Zylstra. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complementary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now Allen. Powell on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Goff throwing again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. And Gibbs has it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Goff now looking to throw. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Are we cool to do it here in football, pardon?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Man in motion is Sherfield. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Allen going to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Goff now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Gibbs straight ahead. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. There to stop him, Terrell Edmunds. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Now Goff. It's complete to, and the ball is knocked out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And now out comes Minnesota. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On third down, here's Gibbs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Allen. And Walker with it over the middle. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Play action. Allen. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Allen now on first down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. And quickly they get to the line. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Open is Powell. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
I'm not sure that the surprise was that they actually faked it. That's classic territory to go ahead and do it. The surprise to me is that they were successful. I'm not sure the defense was really prepared.
And now they're going to keep the drive alive here. Really big play on the fake punt. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into air throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. Allen now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Vikings! Jalen Nailor. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Now a first down throw. Goff. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
St. Brown in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start up at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Tampa Bay taking on Carolina in the NFC South. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front in the second quarter. The Buccaneers trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Michael Pittman, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Jamar Chase with a touchdown reception from Joe Burrow. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He got out to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. Threw another for good measure in the second quarter. So he has been on target throughout.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Allen to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
On first down, Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Chandler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. And here's Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other. and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
I do know from experience, when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time, but you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. And here's Ryan Wright now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense set to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. Here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll go again with Gibbs. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And his guys have opened up a very comfortable
their cushion. It felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now Allen throwing on second down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Allen off the play fake. And his throw here's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. To throw, it's Allen. He finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Handoff now to Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 43-yard line. 181 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Off play action. Here's Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Goff. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And now out comes Minnesota. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
Allen going to throw. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Allen's throw is complete, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now a handoff to Chandler. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Man, 206 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give right side for Gibbs. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
3rd down and 10.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Lions, they do get that 10th win of the year as they finish up at 10-7 overall. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7. And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.